So we are going to learn how to use Excel to create a simple Gantt chart. So we've got a product launch and we have sort of activities here and the start date and the duration and end date. Now, as you can see, we have these given tags. We always have to have some tags or activities, and we have start dates and then duration that each of the activities is going to take, and then the end date. Now, what we have done here as the end date is that we have not really taken into consideration the weekends, because we assume that we don't really work on a weekend. So what we are going to do is that we're going to take the weekends into consideration. We are not going to work in a weekend. So we are going to use the formula, work day, and it will say that start date, which is that one, and then comma, days, that, and holidays. We're not going to have holidays within the period, so we're going to put 0 there, and then we say, and then we are going to apply everything to that. So we make the end dates have actually changed. That means that our actual duration, as far as this project is concerned, is going to be the difference between the end date and also the start date. So instead of 12, we've got 16, taking into consideration the weekends, which was actually added. So we apply to this. Now, having done that, then we've got so what we are going to do is that we are going to now create a graph to show this particular Gantt chart. But you see, what we are going to be doing is that I want to plot the start date against and the work days. But we realize that these work days are absolute numbers, and then what we've got here to the date. So what we need to do is to try and change the dates to absolute numbers, so that when we are creating the chart, it will be easy for us. So what we need to do is that we select the start date here, and then right click to format, and we change the date to the general, and then we hit OK. So realize that it's actually changed that. So now we are going to now create the graph. Select what we want, the tax, the start date, and also the work days. Okay, and then go to insert, and if you go and hit recommended charts, we have some recommended charts here, but over here what we are going to be using is that we are interested in the bar chart, and most especially we are interested in the start bar. So that is what we are going to be doing. So let me just try and put the graph on my right hand side here. So now it's very clear. So the next thing we are going to be doing is that now we change this so that we could, because before we could actually create this graph, we needed to convert these dates into numbers. So now let's go back there and change it back to date. So I'll highlight again, right click to format the cells, then from general to date, and then we can hit OK, so that this is actually changed back to that. So that is what we have at this point. Now we can click on the date, and if we double click on the date, we can make some changes to the date as well. So once we have the dates here, we can, when we double click on that, we can go to this axis format, and then we can actually change direction. Okay, so if we look at the angle, so let's say that the angle to say, to certain so that makes it better. Okay, so that at least it is better for us to see the days clearly. Otherwise, it will all stuck together. Okay, so we are able to then do that. Now that we have actually done that, now if you can see, we can just select this blue black part of this chart, and then we can go ahead and then make it no fill here, and then we have the line to the borderline to no line, so that we can take that one away from it. Now, looking at these activities. Now, if you look on the left hand side, it starts with planning phase. But if you look at the what we have on the chart is actually turned upside down. So we click on that. We click on that, and what we are going to do is just to reverse it. So we need to actually reverse it. So let me just double click on that. Let's go access options, and then we say categories in reverse order. Once we put a reverse order on your right, you see that it's actually changed. So we are in a better way. Okay, so that's basically now it's taking shape. Now, if you look at the our start date, realize that our start date actually start from planning phases 0202 to 2025, but on the graph here you have a big gap between 20 the planning phase and also where it actually starts. So what we need to do is to just try and make sure that they are all stuck together beautifully. So what we are going to be doing is that we are going to be looking at these options, and then we can then put it in a better way. So let us now choose that. So you go here and get these dates properly showing exactly what we expected. So we go to the test options here. Now what we have to do is that because we want the days to come closer, we need to hit on that axis, and then it says the minimum should be the start date, isn't it? So we go and highlight that, and then we do those 2025, and then we hit enter, and then we also look at the end date is 15/05/2025. So we click on it again on the axis again, because that is basically what, and then we go to the text options over here we need these, and then we go to look at the maximum should be 15/5/2025, and then we hit enter, and then we see that this one is actually beautifully done. Now let's do some formatting. So we can take these axes, so this legend away, we don't really need it. We can also the chart name, so we can select the chart name here or the chart title, and then we go to the formula bar, and then we do equals to, and then we can then select the name of the chart, and then we hit enter. So that if we really want to update it and make it more dynamic, we can always do that. So for example, if you say product launch 2025, if let's put 2025 here, then realize that it dynamically changes that. And then I think at this point, if you really want to maintain, if you don't want these axes, we can major grid lines, we can just take them off, and this basically is going to be as far as we're concerned, we have been able to create a Gantt chart using the Excel. So I mean, Excel is not, it does not necessarily tell us exactly how we can do it, or there's no an automatic function that helps us to be able, but if you really work around some of these things, we will be able to create it. I hope this really helps. Thank you.